If 99% of men either see women as their mother or a sexual object, where do their daughters fall?
Say, I gotta tell my 8-year-old daughter, you can't dress like that. And not expect a man to act like a man. You can't expect horny niggas to not act like horny niggas.
What in the hell are you wearing?
My tank top?
No, you ain't.
This is a tank top. What's wrong with
You're
it?
gonna tank that in the room and change into something else.
Sometimes you can't wear what you want to wear. Your body is a little more advanced than other females and little girls your age, you know what I'm saying?
Men, stop telling women and girls how to dress. Stop telling women and girls how to dress. We see through you. Men, if you are telling women and girls how to dress, we see through you, just so you know. Especially little girls. It doesn't matter, especially it doesn't matter the age. We know. I see. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. You guys are fucking weird. You guys are weird. You're weirdos. There's no I I don't have a daughter, right? I have nieces and I have a wife. I don't think I need to have a daughter to understand this at all before anybody. Oh, you don't have a daughter. I don't care. I got sons, I got kids. I treat kids the same, but boys and girls. Within reason, right? Because there's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna same way. If my son wants to wear pajamas and go outside and we're going to go visit his family, I'm like, no, you got to put on some real clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like like going out. You're not about to be in your pajamas. You know, you put on some sweats if you want to stay relaxed. If he was going to an event or something like that, and I'm not about to let him wear sweats, I'm gonna be like, no, you got to put on some pants. You know, you got to put on some like some khakis, some corduroys. You know, not no denim. You know, whatever. There's a time and a place, right? We get that. When he goes to school, he wears a uniform. I'm not gonna let him wear whatever he wants to wear. You know, whatever. Beyond that idea, right? I don't care. However you want to dress is how you want to dress. It's not on me to change my child. It's on me to change the world. So I talk to men about the way that they perceive women and the way that they perceive little girls, right? I'm not going to talk to little girls and be like, you can't wear this. And I'm not going to talk to my wife and be like, oh, why your ass out or whatever. I like ass. Like, why would I tell? Like, I love my wife's. I love my wife's ass. If she want to have her ass out, why would I tell her don't have her ass? Like, I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't care if somebody else gets to see it, but if somebody else has to see it, but I get to see it too, and my wife wants to show it off, why am I going to stop her from doing that? That's crazy. I don't understand, because her body isn't. I don't own it. I don't control her body. That's her body. I just get to look at it like everybody else, and she allows me access to it when she wants to. That's it. That's how I look at it. The way that I view my wife's body is like as if she's a stranger in this regard. Like, she doesn't owe her body to me the same way. Just because I'm her husband, she doesn't owe her body to me the same way that she wouldn't owe her body to me if I was some random man on the street. See what I'm saying? So I treat it the same. I treat it with the same level of respect. It ain't my body. It's not my body. That's her body. And I just get to appreciate it when I get to appreciate it. I get access to it. I always appreciate it, but I get access to it. But men who are trying to tell women how to dress and all that stuff, yeah, you guys are weird. Like, this is strange behavior.
A woman walks out, ass out. As men, we know what that means. We know what that attracts. So we say, can you cover up? No. What a nigga might. He not supposed to. Oh, see, you don't understand the real world. Mm-hmm. The same way I understand if I go out with my chains on and I tell my son, my 6-year-old son, you got to be careful. The same way I got to tell my 8-year-old daughter, you can't dress like that. And not expect a man to act like a man. You can't expect horny niggas to not act like horny niggas. But in your mind, he's wrong, so I can do what I want. But the act, it still doesn't stop the action. You know how many niggas in jail for protecting a woman that's doing the same shit she did to get him in jail?
How many men are in jail for protecting a woman? Just a quick question. Are there more men in jail for protecting women or more men in jail for killing women and abusing women and kids? Just out of curiosity, since we doing that. So obviously it would be for killing and abusing women. So why would your stance be Oh, I know what niggas do. I know how niggas are. Why? Because you a nasty ass nigga. First of all, you project. First and foremost. Secondly, you right. Niggas is weird. I ain't gonna even hold you. You right. Niggas is weird. You right. But wouldn't the fix be to talk to the men? Why would the fix be to talk to the girls or talk to the women? I don't understand that. Well, I do understand it. I know why you guys do it is because you men leverage fear. They triangulate men or yeah, they triangulate like the threat, like the weird men against women to control the women. Like, oh, you don't want these niggas out here to wild out on you whole time. You a weird nigga, like you the weird nigga. She got to worry about the most. You're the weirdo she has to worry about the most. But you want to make it. You want her to let her guard down with you, but have her guard up with everybody else. That's your woman. But then with your daughter, you don't want your daughter to dress like that because you have a problem sexualizing your own child. That's why you don't want to see your daughter in that stuff. It's not because you like are worried about what me, and maybe you are to some extent. I'm not gonna even say that too. But you also are sexualizing your own daughter.
Sometimes you can't wear what you want to wear. Your body is a little more advanced than other females and little girls your age, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta do things different. You gotta move different, you know what I'm saying? It's all about, you gotta respect yourself. There's certain stuff you can't wear around the house. Maybe you can wear it at your mama crib, you know what I'm saying? Cause she a female. But like as a female, you gotta have self-respect for yourself, you know?
I don't try to not be respectful to myself. I just like to wear what I want to wear. I wear what I'm comfortable in.
No, it's just like, it's like people will look at you different. Other grown men will look at you different. See what I'm saying? I'm only telling you this because I love you. You see what I'm saying though? Like all that stuff you be wearing is a little two-piece. Like you gotta cut all that out, man. You gotta wear pants. Well, you know what I'm saying? Jogger pants from your waist to your ankles. No shorts, none of that.
Yeah,
No
because
boy shorts.
because
None of that.
mom boyfriend did say that I have a body like he said you have a body like your mom.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't know if this video is real or not. I take all of these videos with a grain of salt that are filmed like this, and I try not to, use them because I don't need to use like contrived fake videos like this. But these conversations are real and they are being had, right? Like, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't have to do that. But I just thought this one was like kind of perfectly encapsulates exactly what we're talking about right now, how men sexualize children and then try to protect the children from them by telling the children to dress differently, as opposed to them changing the way that they think. They would rather tell the child, oh no, you're doing something wrong. It's you know how men are. I'm a man, I'm gonna be a man, like that dude said. Men gonna do what men gonna do. With an 8-year-old girl, what are you saying? See what I'm saying? Like that's like the cure is not girls need to dress differently. We already know that. That's not, we already know. We know men rape babies in diapers. That's not the that ain't it. It's men need to change how we think.
Well, I'm ready to go to the park.
What in the hell are you wearing?
My tank top?
No, you ain't.
This is a tank top. What's wrong with
You're
it?
gonna tank that in the room and change into something else.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Girl,
What's wrong with it?
your stuff's hanging out. You gotta go in there and change. That ain't happening.
I think it's cute.
You can think all you want. But
Nathan said it was
little boys
cute.
just gonna be looking at your stuff, so you need to go change.
Nathan said it was cute.
I don't give a damn what Nathan said. I see none of it.
What?
See, you heard me. Nathan ain't finna see none of it.
Yeah, go change. There's nothing wrong with this.
You don't think that that's weird? I don't know who the fuck Nathan is, maybe her boyfriend or something like that. And she was clearly trying to get a rise out of her dad by saying Nathan thinks it's cute. But what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I wouldn't. Yeah, y'all are men are, man, so crazy. This is really why men think like this, though.
If 99% of men either see women as their mother or a sexual object, where do their daughters fall? 90% of men will see you one of two ways. He'll see you as either a mother figure or a sex object. The most insane experience I've personally had was seeing a 35-year-old within the same phone call flip from being sexually attracted to me to then saying that I reminded him of his mother just because I was emotionally competent. Mind you, I was 23 years old. And this male was so amazed at the way that I could emotionally regulate myself and him within like 5 fucking minutes. And this is disgusting because it leaves almost no room for men to view women as their friends, a third category, just as a simple peer, a friend. For the most part, men view women as a function of what role they can play in their male-centric lives. So once you pop out a kid, you're a mother. You've lost all identity. You are no longer an individual with your own aspirations, own feelings. You've now just become the first person who's expected to sacrifice, the first person expected to serve when someone is in need, when someone wants something, or whatever that person is looking for. And I also think that's a function of the patriarchy. Like, if we lived in a true matriarchy, I think mothers would still be allowed to hold their identity even after having a child, as their entire persona wouldn't have to revolve around service, wouldn't have to revolve around sacrifice for their children, and then sacrifice for their husband, and then sacrifice for their in-laws, and then also sacrifice for the community.
That's where that saying, like, you're a mother, like, I think that's where that comes from. Like what she's talking about, I think that perfectly explains when people try to like weaponize that term against women who are doing something that they don't deem to be like suitable for women to be doing. They'll be like, you're a mother, like, and like mamas still can throw ass. Like mamas can still throw ass in a circle. Some of us prefer the mamas that throw ass in a circle. You know what I'm saying? Like some of us are fully grown men and we like when the mamas throw ass. You know what I'm saying? Like we could tell she got that mama ass. Like that's a better ass for us, to us. You know what I mean? Like, so stop trying to use that to control women and just, y'all, like the way that I look at this is like men should be like, the way that I look at how I protect women in this capacity is like women are like, they're just like walking through the world, right? And they know there's dangers, but just for this analogy, and I'm like, just like, I'm blocking all the shit from around them. I'm just allowing them to exist and I'm protecting them. It's not, I don't ever want the woman to know that I'm protecting her, though, if that makes sense. I shouldn't be like visibly, I should be like a guardian angel, kind of. That's the way I look at it. Not to like pedestalize it or nothing. I'm just saying, just the concept is like, women should just be able to exist. And a way for women to be able to exist is if men protect women from other men, not protect women from themselves, because that's what men get hung up on a lot. Y'all always trying to protect women from themselves, but that doesn't make sense. Unless when you say protect a woman from herself, you are describing her like self-harming, where she is causing herself harm, like slicing herself, doing drugs, something like that. Okay, fine. That's a different thing. But y'all aren't talking about that. When you say you want to protect women from themselves, you mean protect women from putting themselves in harm's way of men, which they're not protecting themselves from themselves. They're protecting themselves from men. So why don't I just cut out the middle person in this case, which would be the woman, and just go straight to the source of abuse, the man, and be like, yo, man, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing that. Stop being weird. Stop cat calling. Stop touching. Stop ogling fucking 12-year-old girls, you fully grown man. That's what we should be doing.
That's not the world we live in. Not only is this motherly persona projected onto mothers, but other less attractive women, more emotionally competent women. Women who don't necessarily elicit a sexual and lustful response from men, however, they do elicit a more maternal aura. And with men, that can become so warped in so many ways, especially considering the amount of step family porn that's watched day to day nowadays. But then that begs the other question. Okay, so there's one or a handful of women that he sees as motherly. So does that mean he views every other woman as a sexual object, even if she's undesirable, even if she isn't the prettiest? Yes. Yes. If she has a hole, he wants to use it. Men have no fucking standard. Men fuck babies, men fuck dead people, men fuck animals, men go to prison and fuck other men. Men have no standard. If you have a hole, he wants it. But then this made me start thinking, where do daughters fall into this binary, right? If 99% of men either see women as their mother or a sexual object, where do their daughters fall? They're sexual objects. They're sexual objects. 1 in 4 girls are sexually assaulted, according to the CDC. 1 in 4. And that's just the amount of people that's come out. I've already said this in previous videos. The crime statistics we have, the metrics on violence that we currently have, are all underestimates. Is this not horrifying to anyone else? I literally came up with this video idea in my head and I was like, okay, I know the number is high, but I'll look up the number when I start making the video. I just looked up the exact fucking number. 1 in 4? I am fucking flabbergasted. If most men don't understand and it sounds like aren't even inherently capable of respecting or valuing the women who serve a purpose in his life, who at bare minimum provide for him in serving his ego, in increasing his status within society. Because we all know we trust fathers more than we trust single men, right? If men are so ready to dehumanize the women and girls in his life that actually serve a function in it, who the fuck are you?
Yes. That's exactly what it is. Men end up sexualizing their own daughters. And everything she said about the mothers was right. Like, that's why men, once a woman becomes a mother, he starts to be on that, like, oh, like, you're a mom, like your thing is to pump out babies and, you know, wear muumuus and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be sexy anymore. You can't be attractive anymore, except for when I want you to be. But outside of that, you can't feel like, you can't have that confidence. You can't, I don't know. You can't do that. Now you're a mom. Now you're a tool. You're a means to an end for the man. And then when they have daughters, they sexualize the daughters, and they try to manipulate the daughters and gaslight the daughters into believing that it's their fault that men look at them that way. It's their fault that men touch them, or whatever, boys touch them or whatever. It's their fault because it's how they present themselves, what they wear. Never telling the daughters it's the onus is on the boys. The onus is on the men. That first guy that was talking about, men gonna do what they gonna do. Like, boys will be boys. You are setting your 8-year-old daughter up to be assaulted. You are setting her up for that. Like, you're priming her for that. I will. This is not a hope. This is just a reality. I almost guarantee you, if you are teaching your 8-year-old child that she is the reason why men do what they do, she is going to get assaulted. Like, I mean, most women get assaulted. I ain't really saying them, but I'm saying you're setting her up for it. It'd probably be even worse than what happens to most women. So yeah, be very aware of that, because I would hope you don't want those problems. I would hope you don't want those problems for your daughter specifically. And to the last point that she made, which was a phenomenal point, she was talking about how men see, like, women as maternal figures, even when they're not their mothers. This is that. This is that.
My mom was a soldier for the household. You think I'm gonna choose some of y'all and y'all complain about what y'all would and wouldn't do and the expectations of this and that, and my mom was clocking 21 hours, 20 hours, 18 hours, 16 hours as a nurse, back to back. My pops was working too, but my mom did her thing, putting us in music and sports, pulling up to the games, cooking, everything across the sun. You want us to be like your pops, right? Be like my mom.
Your daddy's a bum. Your daddy's a bum. Your daddy let your mama work 21 hours and still do all of that stuff. Your dad's a bum. You're openly telling us that your father is a fucking bum, and you want a woman to be your mom, to be just like your mom, not be better than your mom, right? And I'm not talking about character. I'm talking about in a better situation. I had the opposite effect. I saw my mama working and slaving and working 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 hours a day, right? Never missing work, even when she was sick, even when she had a hangover, even, right? Struggling with abuse, struggling with narcotics, whatever it was, still showing up to work every day. No help. I saw my mama go through that, and now I'm like, I don't want my wife to go through that shit. Not the opposite. I want a woman that would never do that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I want a woman that's like, I ain't doing that. No knock to my mom. My mom had to do it. My mom was in survival mode. You see what I mean? My mom was in survival mode. Why would I want a wife to be in fucking survival mode while she's with me? That's crazy. If my wife is in survival mode for like the whole relationship, especially while she's with me, what the fuck am I doing? What am I there for? She can be by herself and be in survival mode. That's crazy. That's crazy. The way you guys like come out and say the quiet part out loud is wild to me. Crazy. You just said all of that thinking you ate. You just exposed yourself. You just told us you want a mommy. You want a mommy. And you want to be like your bum ass daddy. You want a mommy and you want to be like your bum ass daddy and have your mommy working 20 hours a fucking day. 21 hours? Bro, get the fuck out of here.